How's it going? And welcome to my 150th cooking video on this channel. Because of this occasion, we're going to actually do a double feature today. As I have mentioned recently, have been on a diet, very low carb, low sugar, eliminate if possible, which is kind of difficult because I have a lot of foods that I really love that have carbs in them. Potatoes are one of them. I also really love my comfort food / pub food. That kind of food is really satisfying to me. And I haven't been able to have any for quite some time, but I have been searching for recipes recently. You may have seen some of them. I did some ice cream and some other things like that. And looking for things that fit within my diet boundaries that I could make. And we're going to, in this double feature today, make mashed potatoes and meatloaf, the healthiest in the world. So we're going to break this up into two parts. We're going to start out by making the cauliflower mashed potatoes. We're going to take one large head of cauliflower and we're going to cut the stem out of it and break it up into its small head pieces. Then we're going to put it in a steamer and steam it for at least 10 minutes. I ended up steaming mine for 15 because I wanted to make sure it was good and tender. Then you could put it in a food processor. I don't have one. I put it in a blender along with the other ingredients, which includes 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of cream cheese, 2 minced cloves of garlic, half a teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And we're going to puree that until it's nice and smooth. Now this is pretty much done for the moment. We're going to put this in a glass bowl and we're going to set it aside. We'll warm it up some more later when the meatloaf is done. The meatloaf's going to take quite a bit of time to make. All right, for the meatloaf, we're going to take a half a teaspoon of olive oil and put it in the bottom of the pan. And then we're going to take 8 ounces of sliced mushrooms and put it in the bottom as well, along with 1 teaspoon of salt. The salt helps the mushrooms break down as you're sauteing it. We're going to saute that for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then we're going to add in the other ingredients that make up the gravy. This includes 1 tablespoon of white balsamic vinegar. Now I didn't have any of that in my store, so we're just using wine vinegar. 1 teaspoon of coconut aminos or soy sauce. 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 32-ounce carton of beef stock. We're going to mix that all together and we're going to turn saute mode off. The recipe really stressed to make sure you turn the Instant Pot off at this point. Then we're going to put together the actual loaf. We're going to take 1.5 pounds, the recipe says 700 grams, 1.5 pounds of ground beef. And we're going to add in 1 small onion that's been diced. Then we're going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 minced cloves of garlic, 1 tablespoon of amino or soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of yellow mustard, and 2 medium eggs. Also, we're supposed to add in 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning and 25 grams of almond flour. I almost forgot the last 2 ingredients. I had to actually remix those in at the end. Okay, then we're going to mix it all together to make sure the eggs mix thoroughly all through there. And we're going to dump the loaf mixture out on a large sheet of aluminum foil, which we're going to seal at the top and then on the sides, making a pocket out of it. We're then going to put a trivet inside of the Instant Pot and set the meatloaf on top of that trivet. We're going to seal it up, make sure it's sealed, and we're going to set it on pressure cook for 35 minutes. Once the 35 minutes is done, we're going to remove the meatloaf from the Instant Pot and we're going to let it rest for 10 minutes. While we do that, we're going to add in 1/2 cup of sour cream into the gravy mixture and we're going to return it to saute mode and reduce that down by 1/3 or more if you like it thicker. With that, it's all ready to serve. We're going to have ours with a side of broccoli, over the yummy cauliflower mash, and I cannot wait to show you what this looks like. Here it is. All right, let's go see how it tastes.
Well, I didn't know I was getting broccoli too.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Healthy too.
Really good onion in there.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I'm tasting, maybe it needs salt. That's it.
It's always good not to oversalt your food, to allow your guests or diners to salt their own. So I'm going to bring salt over for Victoria, and then I'm going to get mine out here and we'll see how it tastes. All right, we're watching those, getting ready to eat our pub food. Super excited. We're going to try a little bit of the mash first. That texture is really good. You know, oftentimes with like mashed cauliflower or fake potatoes, you're going to end up with it being like very large chunks rather than almost riced versus mash. It's very good texture. The flavor is great. Of course, you know, having the garlic in there makes a lot of difference as well. But cauliflower mash, what do you think?
Delicious. And I realized part of what I was thinking was like more of an onion. It's the garlic that's not super soft. It's like almost like not raw by any stretch, but it's got a real bite to it.
Yeah, it didn't really get sautéed in there. It just got put in there into the meat itself. All right, let's give a taste of the meatloaf. Delicious. Just the right amount of flavor, I think. All right, it is really good and really healthy. I have no problem being super excited to eat this and not have a second thought about what it's doing to my diet. It's doing nothing but making me happy. All right, on that note, we're going to go watch the O's play. We're going to finish our food, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.